Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video. My name's Rosanna. I'm a Jungian life coach. So I help people through their shadow work journey on their awakening journey of evolution, in order to become whole, in order to become the true self. And from this space, we can become the conscious creator of our reality rather than being controlled by unconscious fears of the ego. And this is important because I want to cover today the fear of being seen, the fear of being seen by the outside world, because this is showing up a lot in my clients, especially female clients. I only have female clients, but this is showing up in my clients this week. And it's something that I've had to look at personally myself over the years, because most people don't actually fear failure, they fear success. Because success means us being seen. It means us being seen for who we are, what we're creating, how we're showing up in the world. But most of us fear being seen because, or if you do have a fear of being seen, it's generally because something happened in your childhood that made your ego believe that it wasn't safe to be seen, to be noticed. If you're a woman, most little girls have been told in the Western world, little girls should be seen and not heard. So we are encouraged to shrink back, to not express fully. Little girls aren't encouraged to run around screaming and shouting and having fun. We're encouraged to be quiet, to play nicely, and not really explore the fullness of ourselves. And being in the fullness of ourselves is what it means to be seen. So something might have happened in childhood, how you were brought up, that would mean you don't feel comfortable being seen for who you are. Maybe it was physically unsafe for you to be seen. I know that that's also quite common, is that children don't feel physically safe, or they aren't physically safe to be fully seen. Maybe you weren't given the presence by your parents. Maybe your parents were absent, working too much, drinking alcohol, just not with you fully. You weren't fully acknowledged for all of who you are. And maybe the acknowledgement was conditional. So maybe you were only seen if you were doing well in school, or if you were dressed right, or if you were well behaved. So that you being seen fully by your parents or your caregivers was conditional. So that still tells our mind that, in order for me to be loved, I have to be seen in this way. So then we're not fully able to show up as who we are in truth, because we think that it's conditional. And how this affects us as we go into adulthood is we hide. And we don't know we're hiding all the time, although some of us do, but we hide in relationships. We hide behind our partner. We hide in marriage. We hide behind our children. We hide behind business partners, behind the big corporation that we work for. We hide behind a mask. We hide behind a mask of what we want people to see, rather than just feeling safe to show who we truly are. We will downplay ourselves. So we will downplay our gifts, our uniqueness, to avoid judgment or rejection. So we downplay our unique qualities that make us who we are, that actually make us really special, because we don't want people to judge us. Because what does it mean if somebody judges you? What might they say about you? Will they reject you? Will you be abandoned? Will you be alone? This is kind of some of the thought process of the ego when it's considering how safe it is to be seen. And then we'll fear stepping into our true potential. So we'll fear stepping into leadership roles, into the next level of our career. We fear stepping up in our business and asking for what it is we actually want. We might not chase the opportunities that we want to, or that, we have that little whisper that we want to be on that podcast, but we might not go out and ask for it. So we will hold ourselves back so that we're not seen. because we're hiding in our own little world. I know that I like literally hide. I physically hide in my beautiful little home that I've created. Like if I am fearing the next level of being seen, I hide, and then I'm forced out into the world again so that I can be seen. But yeah, it's like we hide behind people, places, situations, stories that we tell ourselves, like, oh no, that'll never happen for me because of this. And that's something we hide behind because we don't want to be seen. We don't want to put ourselves in a position where we might be rejected. And I would suggest that if you want to live a full life, a magical, beautiful life, then you have to be seen. And you have to be seen first and foremost by yourself. I'm not just talking about mirror work. I am talking about looking at the ugly parts, the good parts, the beautiful parts, the incredible parts, the majestic parts, the dark parts, the scary parts, the scared parts. Looking at all of you and seeing all of you in your majesty, in your brilliance, in your light and your dark, and accepting all of it. Now, this is a journey. This is the journey. But I encourage you to go on it, especially if you're being called, especially if that whisper is there. Go on that journey. But you have to see yourself first and foremost, and be safe, feel safe in seeing yourself. So it takes practice. You can see yourself in silent meditation. You can see yourself in mirror work. You can see yourself by sharing your fears with somebody you love, getting intimate with friends, family. So see yourself first and then expand out a little bit. Then maybe find a little bit of a bigger space where you can begin to see yourself, be seen, like maybe a smaller podcast or a local talk or teaching a class locally, like, or even just, can you show who you are truthfully, fully in front of your family, in front of your friends? Because actually sometimes we hide more behind our mask because of who our friends and family think we are than who the strangers think we are. I know for myself, kind of on my journey, I've always found it easier to show up in front of strangers than to show up truly, fully in front of friends and family, because the ego has the fear of being rejected by your friends and family, by your tribe. So where can you start small and expand out? You know, you don't have to go and be on This Morning or whatever, you know, TV show or that you want to be on, but you got goals and dreams. You have to be seen, and you have to get over this fear of being seen, and you owe it to yourself. Like, you are an incredible person, a unique person. Everybody here is to fulfill their dharmic path, to step into their uniqueness and bring their unique gifts to the world. The universe does not want everybody to be the same, hiding behind a mask. The universe wants you to be fully expressed, whether that means you wear 7 different colors in an outfit and you feel fully creative, or you're in your fine, divine, feminine self and you're really flowing, and you know, you're storytelling with your expression. Like, how can you be seen more? Or maybe being seen is being confident, being calm, standing fully in yourself, feeling embodied. Like, whatever, explore within yourself how your fear shows up and how it might manifest in your being, and look at that and start to work with that, and just incrementally start to change it. So your nervous system probably doesn't feel safe, which is why, you know, like, I know if I stand up on stage, I might really feel fear in my body, so you might not be able to speak. That's because the nervous system doesn't think it's safe. Most people actually fear public speaking more than they fear death. I think that was a study that I read years ago. But because we're asking to be seen, and we're stood there for everybody to judge us, and that's what being seen is. But then, what if they're not judging you from a negative space? What if they're what if actually you're inspiring them? What if actually you just being who you are gives them permission to be who they are, gives them permission to make mistakes, gives them permission to show up whether they're perfect or not? Because believe me, nobody's perfect. Newsflash, nobody's perfect. Gosh, it's taken me so much work to like show up imperfectly. Yeah, and just embrace that imperfection. I was talking to somebody earlier about how I show up and how I embrace my feminine energy, and actually it is letting go of this idea that we need to be perfect, because most little girls are conditioned to be perfect, otherwise they won't be loved. Because it's not okay for a girl to be this way, that way. And I speak from my experience as a woman. You may be a man and have similar conditionings, but I just speak from my own experience here. So I did have the perfectionist thing and still do, and I work with it every day. And to be a perfectionist might stop me from being seen. Like, that's a story that I might hide behind, rather than just showing up, being seen as my full imperfect self. So that's a little sidetrack there. But yes, so the nervous system, we need to rewire the nervous system to feel safe. So how can you do that? Is it through taking deeper breaths? Extending the exhale a little more before you go into a social situation? Is it doing the mirror work, working with a professional, exploring your mind, exploring in meditation, really being embodied? Embodiment is what's going to help you rewire your nervous system, and releasing any emotion that is linked to the fear of being seen, releasing that so that you can step into your truth. And there's a reframe that can be had here from being seen is scary, the judgment, the rejection, potential judgment. What if it's I'm being witnessed as an expression of consciousness in this reality? I'm being witnessed, I'm being held. People want to see me, I want to see them. I don't want to see a mask. I want to see the true self. I want to go deep with a person. I want to know your fears, your desires. So can we make a reframe so that we can step into being visible, being seen with confidence, true confidence, not false ego confidence, true confidence? And then to rewire anything, to change anything, you have to take practical action. So you have to actually go out. You can do all the inner work you want, but you have to go out and put yourself out there. So if you're in a situation in your business where you need to be seen, go and do it. Maybe your business partner can't show up and they need you to show up fully. Can you do that with confidence? Can you do that knowing that you've got this and people want you just as much as they want the two of you? Practical steps. Is it social media? Is it putting your offer out there? Is it getting yourself on a dating app? Is it going to a singles night, or whatever it is you want to do? Because so many women I work with that want to date don't want to get on the apps. And is that because of a fear of being seen? I don't know. Probably. Please do the work to fully embody who you are. You are not only doing yourself a massive favor, but you're doing the world a massive favor. And look, we're all a bit messy. We're all not perfect. That's what makes life fun, right? When we can fully just be that and just be a bit, I don't know, just be true, just be honest, just be authentic. Like, that's what the world is crying for right now. You showing up in your authentic self, and you just do not know who you will inspire to do the same, and how that will accelerate your journey, how that will catapult you forward in your spiritual journey, your business, like your friendships, your relationships, attracting the right people into your life. It's all about authenticity. If you want to explore a little bit more about why you might be afraid of being seen, or what lies in your unconscious that holds you back, then I have an incredible shadow work bundle that you can do to help you explore what's going on in your internal world, do the inner work so that you can step into your confidence, step into your truth without fear, knowing that everything's going to be okay. So yeah, you can download that in the description below. If you have any other insights on why you might be afraid to be seen or what's coming up for you around this, please just drop me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, I hope you have an incredible week, and I will see you next week.